the story of this entire night has to be Amanda Ribas. A little bit of heat behind this one, kind of, I guess. I guess these two were roommates at one point. I guess they know a little bit about each other. And you might know their tendencies. You might know what they're good at, what they're bad at. And it looks like some of that gamesmanship happened in the fight. So Pinheiro probably said, Ribas, she gets hit a lot. I'm coming out guns blazing. And brother, AJ, I know you must have been feeling good after that first round because Pinheiro had Ribas lumped up, looking like, all right, it's almost a matter of time until she's out of here. But guess what, man? When you got a fighter who don't say quit, who doesn't stop, it doesn't end there. You got to kill him to get him out of there. Pinheiro wasn't able to do it. What'd you think about this comeback victory, TKO round 3, Amanda Ribas?
Folks, if you know nothing about me or if you know a little bit of anything, you know that I am an absolute massive Ribas fan. So it took a soul piece, a little bit chunk out of me to bet against Pinheiro or to bet for Pinheiro. But man, the performance that Ribas had reinstilled everybody's faith that she is one of the best, most entertaining fighters out there. Sure, she may not be like, top quality skill level, but she is top quality entertainment all day long. Gonna never say die, no matter how much she's bleeding, no matter how much she's lumped up after the first round. She believes in herself fully and always fights like she's going to get the finish, which I love absolutely most in Amanda Ribas. But what I think did it for me in this one, man, once she saw that Pinheiro dumped her gas tank and she's in there gun in the mix. Now the punches are hurting a little less, land a little slower, a little bit more labored. You're cutting around, dancing circles while staying moving, and your opponent's sitting there gasping for breath. Amanda Ribas had that killer instinct of like, okay, now it's time to shine. Now it's time to put it on. Man, very, very impressive fight. I can't say enough about Amanda Ribas. I'm interested to see how Pinheiro takes this loss, especially from an associate in the past. This is going to be interesting to see where she goes too.
I think Pinheiro wins this fight if she just had a little bit of a deeper gas tank. I think she wins this fight completely. And the reason why is because she was doing everything to mitigate Ribas' style. So she was landing the same combination, right? It was a right down the pipe, or kind of like a right hook, left hook combo, but kind of right cross down the pipe. Either way, right? Same 1-2 that she was landing over and over and over again. She was sidestepping, so using that lateral movement to stop the forward progression of Amanda Ribas. Ribas was following instead of cutting off. So it's like the game plan was there. It's just, can you do it for 15 minutes when you got somebody who is in your face no matter how hard you hit them? That's the key right there. Is Ribas has got that, I'm going to walk you down and you either knock me out or I'm going to finish you mentality, and I think that's what won her the fight. So, AJ, let's dissect really quickly in this matchup. One thing that I find really interesting is if you look at Amanda Ribas' career, the reason that I backed her for this fight, even though I thought the price was a little much, right? She was like minus 240, minus 250 at close, so I thought that was a little steep. Look at these losses. Aside from the Marina Rodriguez double knockout, right? Aside from that one, she's one of the hardest hitters at 115, the only other two losses that she's had have come against flyweights, man. Macy Barber, notable size discrepancy and power discrepancy. Caitlin Chikagian, the blonde fighter, and it was a split on points. Come on. That automatically goes to the blonde fighter almost, you know what I mean? So if you look at the other victories, man, Vina Jandiroba, how impressive is that? Viviane Araujo, and now Luana Pinheiro. I mean, listen, Pinheiro was above her in the rankings, so it's something that you got to definitely, you can't take away from her. Is this fight style, though, AJ, sustainable to continue her trajectory up at 115 pounds? Because she's still entertaining, saying opportunity jumps at 125, I'm right back up there. So what do you think?
At 115 pounds, yes, this fight style is very much a successful and durable. You can last a little long time, especially because the girls aren't hitting as hard. But at 125, you pointed out yourself, Derek, those are the fighters she's losing most against of. And why it happens is because she's not changing the style of fighter she is, which you got to respect. You do what you get you to the dance. But you weren't getting to that dance at 125. You're doing it at 115, so maybe stay there. I like her, though, man. This is the kind of fight I like to see. The never quit, always pressure, even no matter where it ends up, whether it's on the ground or on the feet, still a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And let's look at these round-by-round numbers, man. So Pinheiro in the red, Ribas in the blue. I mean, Ribas outlanded her every single round, but if you look at the fight, you would think that Pinheiro was just knocking around like a bowling ball all over the place, man. So when it comes down to Pinheiro, just looking forward and saying, all right, she's going to learn from this loss. We're going to see her move forward. This is her style of fight, right? A stand and bang, let's fight to the death type fight. Are these numbers that will win her fights? Landed 25 in the first, 18 in the second, 12 in the third. Like, are those numbers that are going to get her to where she needs to be in the top 10 of this division?
I want to say instantly no right off the bat, right? Like, no, those aren't the numbers that are going to get her there. Unless those are the kind of numbers where she's putting serious damage, hurting her opponents. And what may be doing it is if a lot of them are more like how round one went, where she's
Yeah.
outstriking, outlanding, and your opponent has less output. But if you're going to have slower output or lower output, I should say, you also need to make sure you're doing the damage that allows your opponent not to be able to come back and have damage as well.
Yeah, yeah, and you're right, man. That first round outlanded her, out hurt her, outpowered her, out everything her right there. So big win by Amanda Hebos. Nothing else to say but beautiful spinning kick victory to just kind of get everything closed out right there. Who would have bet that plus 1400 TKO for Hebos? But whoever did, big money. That's why we were smart and we just said let's take the over 2.5 rounds and still got the finish. I mean, come on, man.